It's the end of October. Actually, tomorrow is Halloween. And what is going on? Snowing already? Might as well do my top 5 whiskeys for Christmas. Hey, what's up, Whiskey Questers? Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Quests. If you're new to the channel, my name's Antonio, and in this channel I like to review whiskeys from all over the world. I like to add a touch of water to each one of them just to see if it changes. You'll never know unless you try it. Now, if that's something you guys like to watch, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification. And while you're at it, why don't you guys give me a thumbs up? It'll really help out the channel. Alright, so today we're going to be doing my top 5 whiskeys for Christmas. Andrew from Prestige Liquids, in his top 5 video, he challenged me and another YouTube channel, New Dram Drinkers. I'll have a link to both of their channels in the description below. Go check them out. Alright, so first off, my list right here is gonna be, you could say, on the budget side. I mean, everybody is running on a budget during Christmas. I know I am. And I mean, they're budget whiskeys, but they still taste good. And you know, you just gotta bring something to the party. So when I think about Christmas, the first thing that pops into my head is eggnog. And what goes well with eggnog? Well, if you ask me, and you are, I would say a good Evan Williams. This is the Bottled and Bond, 100 proof. It'll cost you around $18, and it'll go great with that eggnog. Now, another thing that's Christmassy that I think about is in the Hispanic communities, especially the Mexican communities, we have something called ponche, and that's pretty much just fruit punch. It's a bunch of fruits, cane, like the actual cane where you get the cane sugar from, cinnamon. It's all boiled in one pot, and then they just let it just steep there for, I don't know, a few hours until it's ready to drink, pretty much like a tea. So it's all hot. Think about like a hot toddy kind of thing. So what I would recommend for that would be the Old Forester Rye. This is 100 proof, and it'll cost you around $25, you know, give or take. And a nice rye, especially at that proof, will go great with that punch. You gotta spike that punch and make that party happen. You know, add that little piquete, yeah. So right after dinner, we typically move on to coffee, or maybe something called arroz con leche, which is just like rice and condensed milk. It's super sweet. And what would go great with that is a Canadian whiskey. What comes to mind right away is gonna be this 40 Creek Barrel Select. Now this one is right along those lines with like that arroz con leche. It's like really sweet. It's a really good dessert whiskey. I don't mind sipping on that. It'll be a great mixer for your coffee, maybe even your hot chocolate. So this one's bottled at 80 proof, and it'll cost you around $22. So for $22, you get a nice dessert whiskey. Not bad, right? So far, so good. Now next up, I'm gonna recommend something. It's a little bit pricier, but in my opinion, I think it's a good whiskey. And if you want to go in there, maybe, you know, you just got invited, you don't want to look too cheap, is Johnny Walker Black. It's a 12-year-old Scotch whiskey, and you can either mix that if you want, or you can sip it. So I don't mind doing either. I've actually bought a few bottles in the past to take to parties, and believe it or not, that bottle does not last. So it's 80 proof, and it'll cost you around $32, $35 depending where you are, but pretty good in my opinion, especially for Christmas. Alright, and number 5 is another 12-year-old Scotch whiskey. Now this one's going to be a little bit harder to find if you're in Europe, but if you're in the US or anywhere in, you know, Latin America like Mexico or South America, you're going to be wanting to pick up Grand Old Par. This 12-year-old Scotch whiskey is also bottled at 40% ABV, so that's 80 proof, and this one will cost you around $30. And in my opinion, it's a little bit better than the Johnny Walker. It's just not as well known. So when, I mean, you bring it over and people might be like, the hell did this guy bring? But once they taste it, they're gonna be like, wow, this is really good stuff. Okay, everybody, so that's my top 5 whiskeys to pick up for Christmas. These are all on the budget side, so you shouldn't have a hard time finding them. And best of all, because they're mass produced, they typically always go on sale, especially around Christmas time. So if you find it for cheaper, don't hesitate to pick it up. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give me that thumbs up, share with your friends, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification, drop me some comments, all of that stuff. So I'm gonna tag Matt from the Whiskey Dude YouTube channel, and I also want to tag Chris from the Last Drop. I want to see you guys do your own video on the top 5 whiskeys for Christmas. See you guys on the next one. Peace.